to high and plus minus. Playing in a top six and on the power play is a huge part of the Capitals' success. His 33 goals, second only to the grade 8.
Great to see him. Youngsters battling for roster spots. Miroshnichenko took flight in Hershey. LaPierre struck in Boston. And Crystal powered up for this tally against Philly. All of them in action in just a moment.
It's such a good fan base. Our arena has always been amazing.
If you're going to buy tickets to a couple of games, you might as well come to all of them.
Honestly, the longtime friends that I've made, people who sit around me.
Making friends with other season ticket holders. We have become a Caps family.
Best benefits and perks, meeting the team and getting autographs.
These experiences are the best.
They really make you feel valued.
Roll up and refuel at 7-Eleven. Get a free hot coffee with any breakfast sandwich.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2025 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $4,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Roll up and refuel at 7-Eleven. Get a free hot coffee with any breakfast sandwich.
For the curiosity that compels us to look closer, dig deeper, reach further. For the passion to explore, to see, to know. That drives us to nurture connections, deepen empathy, and expand horizons. For the joy of discovery right now, and all the endless potential of what comes next. This is what we strive for.
Awesome.
Since 1888, the National Geographic Society has championed generations of explorers to ask questions, share stories, and open minds.
Wow.
And today, our mission is more urgent, dynamic, and vital than ever. Because in our hearts, we believe protecting the vibrancy of our world isn't just possible, it's essential. And we believe there's always another wonder for us to go and find. Will you join us? National Geographic Society. Wonder awaits.
Show your team spirit on Monumental Sports Network. Toyota Performance. Reinventing hybrids. With power you can feel. Camry. An experience for your senses. Buy yours now and save with low 4.75% APR financing.
Monumental Sports Network coverage of Capitals hockey is presented by Toyota. It's game on at Toyota with a great selection of in-stock vehicles to pick from. Shop by at Toyota.com. Iron Bow. Visit them at ironbow.com. And by MGM National Harbor. Monumental happens here at MGM National Harbor. The elder statesman of the Capitals Defense Corps makes his preseason debut. John Carlson was his usual trustworthy self last winter. He delivers on both ends. And we're ready to say hi to 74 right after these words.
TV. Well, thank you, Tarek. Since we broke this news to you on Thursday evening about us reaching a challenging moment in our negotiations with both YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV, we've really enjoyed an incredible outpouring of support from you, our fans. We are so appreciative to you for making your voices heard. Unfortunately, however, despite our continued attempts to reach an agreement, sending written proposals that include significant economic concessions, we continue to receive zero engagement from both YouTube TV, Google, and Disney Hulu Plus Live TV. It's an incredibly frustrating experience for us now, and we won't stop trying to strike a deal. To us, it just seems fundamentally unfair that these big companies could have a unilateral opportunity to dictate how people watch, where they watch, and how much they pay for local sports. That doesn't seem right to us. And that's not what's best for consumers. So for us, this is not about ratings. This is not about economics. We have great ratings. We've significantly reduced our economic proposal to stay on air. This is about, for these distributors, control and how they want local fans to watch sports in the future.
Well, Zach, thank you for your time, and Monumental Sports Network, fighting for you.
Monumental Sports Network may be dropped from YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV soon, meaning your access to live games you love, the trusted voices that bring them to life, and award-winning shows could all disappear. And it doesn't stop there. Local college football and other college sports DMV fans love are at risk. Make your voice heard today. Tell YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV to keep
Arena in Columbus, Ohio. You've joined us right on time for Monumental Sports Network's preseason coverage of the Capitals and the Blue Jackets. Joe Beninati, Craig Laughlin, Al Koken, your announced team tonight. Locker on the Toyota Star Track. The netminders get top billing.
Yep, it's going to be Logan Thompson getting the cage for the Capitals, and Carberry, 87 wins on his career stat record. On their side, Jet Greaves, just 21 games of experience, but last year he was remarkable down the stretch, just about pushed this Columbus team into the playoffs. It's a good matchup brought to you by Toyota.
Spencer Carberry's squad will see just about the regular season lineup for the Columbus Blue Jackets, minus perhaps the services of Kirill Marchenko tonight. Other than that, this is the big league club for the guys in blue. As we are off and running, referees tonight are Morgan McPhee and Brandon Blandina. Blandina for the third straight Capitals game. As Greaves covers up 10 seconds in, Brad Kovacic and Kyle Flemington have the lines.
And puck management's going to be critical for Dylan Strome and the boys clad in white here tonight. When they're playing against just about the full roster, you're going to have to be smart. Carberry has one bench. Dean Evison, a former line mate of mine, has found a home here in his second season in Columbus.
Dean must be doing a lot of delegating. He has 4 different assistant coaches listed on the roster. Loose in front here, Ethan Frank was digging for a backhand, didn't get it. Chisholm fires, and the quick Jet Greaves flashed out the pad. Opening minute, opening period for Columbus, their second to last preseason game. Their last one will be in DC come the weekend, as they're whistled for an icing.
Out of sorts, sort of in their own zone. Good pressure by McElrath and his buddies, forcing the puck along the wall. A couple of missed passes already for the Columbus Blue Jackets here at the early start of this hockey game.
McMichael on the draw with Charlie Coyle. Coyle, one of the newcomers brought in by President and GM Don Waddell.
Yeah, really brings some stability up the middle, right from 1 through 4. They're very solid now in Columbus, playing that center position.
Counterattacking back one-on-one against McElrath comes Yegor Chinikov, 59 in the blue. Scoop to the corner boards. That's where Miroshnichenko locks horns with Severson. Snapshot fenced aside there by Logan Thompson as he was recoiling back in his crease. Capitals in the traveling whites. Good set piece here for Monahan, that's blocked on the step up by Matt Roy.
And he gets a pat on the backside there from the goalie Logan Thompson. Excellent block by Matt Roy. He does that, it seems like, every single game. Right place, right time. Here's Roy, number 3. Watch him in front of the net. And as soon as Chinikov makes that little pass to Monahan, he gets that stick out on the puck. He doesn't keep it to his right side. He moves it to the left. That's exactly where that puck ramps up and over the glass.
Thompson's second preseason appearance. He picked up a win at TD Garden in Boston. Backed up tonight by Charlie Lindgren. 2-on-1 developing here. Greaves shrugs away that snapshot from Sheldon Rempel.
Yeah, excellent job by Rempel out of Clarkson University. Rips that, trying to go top corner. He was huge in the KHL, scoring over 30 goals last season.
Not bad for a junior college player.
I know, you always mention that.
Well, you're my favorite JUCO athlete of all time. 2 minutes or thereabouts into period 1. Rempel forcing Jenner to the boards as Gabranson gets the center stripe. He'll clear it in. John Carlson making his preseason debut. Same for Tom Wilson tonight. Carlson parked behind Thompson briefly. Begins the breakout through center. The Capitals still minus their captain. Alex Ovechkin has been skating more and more through training camp practices in recent days, and hopefully will be on ice for Washington before the preseason schedule is done. Snapshot here, blazed high. Carlson cheating in from the point.
And it's the right time at the right moment for John Carlson. That's sort of his whole career in a nutshell. He knows when to jump, he knows when he stays back, and he hit that hole at the perfect time, gets another quality chance.
Forechecking pressure coming from the Blue Jackets. Miles Wood now playing these days here in Central Ohio.
Man, you know what he brings to the table? A blazing speed up the wing. He's one guy that's not afraid to get in on the forecheck, and he can because of the legs that he possesses.
Third different NHL roster with which he's worked. It started with the 7 seasons of the Devils.
Played last year in Colorado with the Avalanche.
Dylan Strome will clear it in. Greaves watches his carom, picked up by Ivan Provorov. Provorov using the boards, didn't get it through Ethan Frank. Frank and Beauvillier there in white for Washington. Move it on around. McElrath chumped that one wide. McElrath winds and fires. This blazer missed on the short side. Good stick check on the perimeter by Charlie Coyle, as Olivier, the tough customer, sends it on down for the Jackets.
Yeah, he was a tough customer, all right, but it put up huge numbers. Career best last year, and was a real godsend for this team, the way he played, especially down the stretch, to give him a chance at the playoffs.
With the puck out of play, 3 minutes and 49 seconds into a scoreless opening period.
Timing's everything. Left side of the screen, John Carlson knows exactly when to jump when that puck went down low. He came in, tried to snap it top corner. A good triangle created down low. John just misses it by a whisker into the top corner.
By NHL goalie standards, Greaves is not a big man, stands about 6 foot tall, lightning quick reflexes, and boy did he ever demonstrate that against the Capitals last season when he stopped 87 of 90 shots against them.
Yep, and he has a sensational glove hand. He played baseball as a young player, and he used his glove at shortstop.
There's a bang-bang play. Greaves to the butterfly for the denial. We've just crossed the 4-minute mark of a 0-0 first period. Matejchuk on the reverse for Gabranson.
And that was a spectacular stop on Miro. He was point blank. You know, Greaves has tremendous athleticism, and you can see that on the save he made right there.
Matejchuk will delay. Blue Jackets scurrying through center. That's Johnson sending it out wide. Gucciardi leaves it on the boards for Washington. Lapierre carries through center. Hendrix Lapierre, 6 points in his 2 preseason games so far.
Yeah, tremendous preseason so far for number 29. Like to carry it over tonight. It's a good challenge for a lot of guys trying to make the roster because they're playing against an NHL team. So you can really see where they stand after tonight's hockey game.
Zooming back through center, this is Fantilli, the 20-year-old pivot for the Blue Jackets. Chisholm keeps it on the wall. Crystal there, swallowed up quickly by Dante Fabro. Fabro from the bad angle. Why not? Pad save. Loose puck belongs to Washington.
Well, Fabro was great last year, especially playing with Werenski. It's just a perfect fit, and you see him again tonight. Right back out with Werenski. Those two will be the top pairing here in Columbus.
Zach Werenski, the runner-up for the Norris Trophy a season ago to Colorado's Cale Makar.
Yeah, he had a fabulous season, over a point per game. He did a little bit of everything. Led the NHL in ice time. He was on the ice over 26 minutes a game for this club.
Alexei Protas is not in the lineup tonight for Washington, but Elia is out there now, 62 in the white. McElrath scoops it along the boards. Wood takes it away. Stick check by Roy. Off to the corner, then drop it back behind. Working the cycle up top. Severson in tight quarters with Provorov. Now south of the goal line where Wood gets challenged by Roy. Nearing the 7-minute mark of the first. Provorov giving ground. Leaves it to a vacant corner. Zach Aston Reese puts it for Severson. He'll deal down low. Wood going round and round with Roy. Severson from glove to stick. Keeps it on the woodwork there. Nice stick handling by Coyle from the bad angle. He sent it high.
A couple of times at the half wall, the Caps didn't get a puck out of the zone. It's led to this attack, and the forecheck continues for Columbus here.
Thompson made the stick save on Olivier. Columbus still working at the offensive end. Off this interchange, you get a low-angle look at the weave going on. Gabranson feeds. Olivier drifted that one wide.
Well, now the Caps just have to play that so-called dice in front of the net because their legs are weary. This has been a long shift for this group.
Coyle, Gabranson on the overlap. Sillinger, top side. Coyle's wrists are deflected, and Thompson gets a chunk of that. Charlie Coyle pivots. Gabranson snapshot on the way. That hit traffic in front. Sillinger follows. Thompson challenged beautifully there as the Capitals clear.
And he was hoping to grab that puck, but it was cleared nicely without forcing an icing on that play. Just the alley-loop to get away from that pressure.
Token pressure from Dylan Strome. Jackets work at the offensive end. Gucciardi jams it along for Dylan Strome. His relay just popped behind Anthony Beauvillier. Beauvillier with a stick in the passing lane. Blue Jackets stay on side. Little give and go. Voronkov towards the front deflection. Great stop. Thompson with a pad save on the splits and then gets the quick whistle.
That is some right toe there. Saved the Caps bacon on that play.
Washington and Columbus, nothing. And in large part, due to that big split save twice from Thompson.
It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book's best value brand. Right now, you can get a $349 per month lease or 2.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V all-wheel drive LX.
So you're saying it went like every other trial? You skated circles around him?
It did. Our trial team was on the offensive the whole time. They couldn't handle our power play. And our client was thrilled.
Guys, does everything have to be about hockey?
It's hockey season. Chasen Boscolo, proud partner of your Washington Capitals.
Everyday purchases you make on a credit card from PenFed, you can make your dreams a reality.
It's scoreless here in preseason game number 4. As Joe mentioned, the Blue Jackets have loaded up their lineup tonight, and that's much to the liking of the Capitals coaching staff. Patrick Weller said this is the perfect opportunity for some of the young Caps defensemen with little or no NHL experience to get the work that they need against veteran players. And even a guy like Dylan Makaroff, an NHL veteran, says when he saw the lineup tonight, he knew he was going to have some nerves and adrenaline because this is going to be like a regular season game, not a preseason game for him.
Al, thank you for those thoughts. Assistant coach for the Caps, Mitch Love, not on the bench tonight due to a pending NHL investigation. Joe and Craig up top with you, nearing the 9-minute mark of a 0-0 first period. Long-range score! Through the screen, Greaves never moved. Gucciardi sent it on the way.
Yeah, nice looking shot with a lot of men in white in front of the net. Greaves did not see it, as you mentioned, Joe B. Through a maze of players, just getting that puck through didn't look like it hit anything along the way. A 2022 pick, a late pick, played in a couple of teams around the NHL. Gucciardi, nice little shot. Watch the front of the net now. Look at that line of screeners. 2 Caps, 2 Columbus Blue Jackets, and it finds its way through everybody, including Jet Greaves. 1-0 good guys here in the first.
Miroshnichenko is crossing through the high slot. It didn't appear to hit him, but that traffic made it very difficult for Greaves to sight the puck. Washington's on the board at the 8:25 mark. Columbus looking to respond with Boone Jenner. Jenner, who's been dealing with injuries in the past couple of seasons.
Yeah, now he's healthy, and it's a big boost to this hockey team. Just 26 games played last year. You mentioned those injuries. That really stings you. He's their captain, he's their leader, and he's one of the tougher forwards that they have.
Carlson blasting one right to Greaves. Gucciardi, after this point drive, hits pay dirt.
Yeah, nice job getting it back there, but notice how quickly he shot the puck. Yeah, it was tumbling and rumbling to the net, sort of like a knuckleball that gets by everybody. And with that little chunk pass by Wilson back to the defenseman, the Caps have a 1-0 lead.
Capitals controlling things off the draw. Beauvillier hiding back behind the nets. Wood turns it along. Isaac Lundestrom, former Anaheim Duck, brought to town.
Yeah, he'll be the fourth-line center to start the season. A very accomplished player. Doesn't put up huge numbers, but plays a full 200-foot game.
Beauvillier in a board battle with Provorov as Chisholm retreats.
Yeah, Caps doing well here in the preseason, scoring a lot, not allowing a lot. That was their 14th goal they've scored, and they've only allowed 5 coming into tonight's action.
Nearing the midway mark of an opening period, Cole Sillinger on the move. Sillinger, now 22 years of age, in his 5th season as a pro. Olivier slams on the brakes, looking for Coyle. That pass was on the wrong side. It's cleared on out by Washington's Henrik Rubinski. Gabranson with his head up, looking to create through center. Matejchuk uses the wall for Coyle. McElrath to intercede for Washington. Gabranson has some room. Lets it go. That's deflected to the glass. Coyle swivels away from Ilya Protas. Lets this wrister fly. That's deflected. McElrath covering things up in the defensive zone as Dean Evason's calling for a line change for Columbus. Slow break here for Washington. Through center. Ilya Protas guarded by Fabro. Werenski around the dasher, and Voronkov chips it on through center. A step up from Gucciardi to make sure Chinakhov wouldn't go far. His relay's just out of reach for Monahan. Sean Monahan now in his 13th season as a professional. Feed it down low. Voronkov, who's better conditioned this season. On top for a Fabro wrister that's deflected. Thompson didn't see that one through the screen.
And that's going to be a big boost for them. Voronkov's a big rig. Chiseled down a little bit quicker. Going to score a lot of goals, I think, for Columbus this season.
On the doorstep looking for one right now. Monahan delivers that backhand wide as Trinyev fails to clear. The second effort for Washington. So once again, the Blue Jackets are in the middle of personnel changes. A feed down the wing collected by Miroshnichenko, angled and finished by Severson.
That was a real good, strong play by Severson. The veteran made sure Miro couldn't jump to the inside like we've seen him do on breaks down the wall.
Wilson kicks it ahead for Carlson. One more to McMichael. McMichael drifting out wide. Feed it up top for Chisholm. To the front, looking for a Carlson redirect. 5-on-5 play continues. Chisholm sends it out wide. Slap shot deflected off the backboards. Wilson's pass will tumble all the way back to Logan Thompson.
That was a good stick by Johnson. If that puck gets back to the D from Wilson, they got a quality scoring chance. A good stick prevents that puck from going tape to tape.
We drift inside 8 minutes to play in this opening period. In-house, they've credited the goal to Connor McMichael. I strongly disagree, but the Caps have the 1-0 advantage. Blue Jackets at home here in the blue. Ooh, stepping in, Wood fires. It was Thompson confidently on the angle to eat it up. 7 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in this first stanza inside.
Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2025 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $4,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Clark gave me opportunities to learn different things that I didn't know, hands-on. got real excited when I seen the machinery. You get to read drawings, blueprints. You learn a lot of different things. I mean, you might come into work and say, hey, wow, I want to do that one day. And then the opportunity is there. I like the position I'm in, and I get to work with people more and help people. Progressing in life, watching everybody, learning from each other.
For more information about construction careers at Clark, go to monumentalsportsnetwork.com/honoringthecraft.
To test the toughness of the Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters to prove these three-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus $1,000.
Be on board Monumental Sports Network inside Nationwide Arena. Caps and Blue Jackets, 1-0 Washington. Locker on the Toyota League leaderboard. Both of these squads improved dramatically last season.
Yeah, for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the best when it comes to plus 23 between the last year and this, or the previous year and last year. Last year, 40, 33, and 9. The prior year, 27, 43, and 12. On the Cap side, they went from 40 wins to 51 wins, end up with a plus 20. In between them is Anaheim, who were a plus 21 when it comes to points.
Blue Jackets, those 40 wins, those 89 points, good for 4th in the Metro a season ago. They did not qualify for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Ottawa and Montreal were the wild cards out of the Atlantic. Miroshnichenko, backhand bid, doesn't get to the cage. McMichael will hustle it down and elevate for McElrath. McElrath using the wall. Wilson was stacked up with Gabranson.
Hard to play that wall there, especially he's playing the offside there. Had to shovel it on his forehand, playing the left side as a right defenseman.
Roy pivots back. Teams changing forward lines. As you see, 33-year-old Dylan McElrath bring it on for Dylan Strome. Lobbed into the corner. Sillinger in the battle with Beauvillier. Long wrister sails wide of the nets. Gucciardi towards the goal. Deflected. It was Gucciardi's shot that apparently was tipped in by Connor McMichael. In-house, they are crediting McMichael from Gucciardi and Wilson to give Washington the lead a few moments ago.
I'm still giving credit to Gucciardi, the way that puck tumbled past everybody and past the goaltender, who was surprised on the knuckleball type puck that went through him.
Fabro sends it around the dasher. Sillinger reversing his field. Cole Sillinger. Good headman to Olivier, but the Caps were there to sandwich. Defensively, Gucciardi and Carlson.
That was a quick up and a good play by Columbus because the Caps were in a line change, but a good recovery by the guys coming off the bench.
Severson bunts this one. Chinakhov to Monahan. That was well read by Lapierre as Rempel scoops to center. 5:40 remaining in this opening period. John Carlson pinched to the boards by Voronkov. As Carlson fights through it, he'll spot the open man Andrew Crystal. Deliver it down the wing. Rempel forced away by Provorov. Chisholm looks up. Snapper on the way, pad save. Greaves left the rebound there. Rempel denied as Greaves will squeeze.
And that you don't see too often. Greaves very good handling the puck around his pads.
Caps have turned one red light on behind it.
Styled for the wild. Built for the bold. With next generation power. Toyota Tacoma. Redefine your limits. Buy yours now and save with low 2.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Instead of just asking, how can we treat Leo's ankle? At MedStar Health, we ask, how can we get Leo the exact care he needs at our urgent care? Care that quickly gets him in for an on-site x-ray, that shows he needs an orthopedic specialist, that joins him for a video consult. That means he doesn't have to miss his very important afternoon appointment. How we help Leo get back to his life is about so much more than how we treat his ankle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Welcome to Jiffy Lube. How can we call more for you today?
Whatever's quick. Please, we got a date with the zoo.
No worries. You'll be in and out with a powerful, quick, quality oil change.
My windows are kind of a mess.
We got you.
Need a car and courtesy vacuum?
You're gonna need a bigger vacuum. Car more. Now
Strong preseason for Hendrix Lapierre.
And it's night and day compared to last year to this year. He's been terrific, handling the puck well, shooting the puck a ton. He's got a goal. He's got 5 helpers, which is tops in the team. Milano leads the team in goals with 4. He's a +6, doing all the things that you wanted to see from Hendrix when he came to camp this year. He's a different player than he was last year at camp, and it's paid off. Some confidence down in Hershey, and he's come to make this team this season.
We've addressed Alex Ovechkin improving, getting back on the ice with his mates regularly in training camp. Sonny Milano out of the lineup recently, an upper body injury that's not related to last year's issues. Capitals dressed in white, less than 5 minutes away from Capitals Intermission Live on Monumental Sports Network. Stick around, Al Coca will have a guest. We'll also run an interview from earlier in camp, Alexa Landestoy and Logan Thompson. Thompson protecting the 1-0 lead. Gucciardi giving ground, cross ice to Vinny Iorio. Boone Jenner snapshot, shouldered by Thompson, who lost his goalie mask and then was hit up high. That's dangerous.
He was hit by his own defenseman, Gucciardi, as he came back into the play there and knocked his lid off. He looks no worse for wear. He should be set to go. A big stop, and his own defenseman ran into him, backpedaling. Here's this play coming right at you in the living room. There's the shot off his body. His mask goes off, and then he gets hit by Gucciardi coming back on that play.
Turned into a modern-day version of Jacques Plante.
Yeah, he did.
Good that he can smile about it. Face-off to come to Logan's right. Shots on goal unofficially favoring the Jackets, 12-8. Thompson's made a couple of sparklers in this opening period. Career best 31 wins a season ago. 28-year-old Calgary native, never drafted. Has continually proved himself over and over and earned himself a monster contract. Fabro closing in, fires. Thompson right there, top of the crease.
And that's excellent goaltending there by Logan. The way he's able to snare that puck, cushions it into the body. It's sort of a body blow, and he cushions it so there's no juicy pucks laying in front of him. Great rebound control, exactly what you want. A little bit of a breakdown, allows the D to walk in, but he's stellar there. You could see he was in his set position before the shot even came from the D-man.
Fabro's second season with Columbus. Point drive rings off the post. That was deflected and hit the outside of the iron.
Yeah, right past that catching mitt. That was a toughie for Logan.
Tom Wilson dragging it loose. Wilson making his preseason debut. Trail official has spotted an elbowing penalty here.
I think it's going against Columbus because it looks like Connor McMichael going over to the bench to have the trainers take a look. Might have got clipped up high, but the Caps, I think, will be going to the power play.
Columbus penalty number 11, 2-minute minor for elbowing.
And it's going to be Miles Wood heading to the box. A new Columbus Blue Jacket, big and fast. He got the call. He was traded, Joe. He was golfing in Ireland and got the message that he had just been dealt.
Could have been two good things, right?
And there it is. Left elbow right to the head there. You saw on the left side of the screen. Caps with the extra man.
We welcome AV to our sponsorship pool. Appreciate their support. This power play powered by AV. See the special teams numbers a season ago for these two squads. Washington off the win against New Jersey on Sunday, 0 for 2 on the AV power play. Strome led the team in points last season, played out wide for Ethan Frank, just out of his reach. He then buried Provorov. The puck is beneath the fallen defender briefly, who's stunned a bit, slow to get back up, is Provorov.
A beautiful entry by the Caps. They've worked on their power play the last couple of practices. You see signs of that. Their entry with the slingshot. They pass it well when they're moving the puck laterally. They entered under control, had a good opportunity for a setup.
Strome distributes on the wing for Beauvillier. His return pass just out of reach. Wierenski rather, chopped it ahead. And Monahan goes 3-on-2, develop it. Jenner, beautiful look for Wierenski right through the wickets. Paddled away by Logan Thompson. Just under 3 minutes remaining in this opening period. LaPierre on the go. Crisscrossing Beauvillier, content to leave it south of the goal line. Wierenski failed to clear. LaPierre cross ice. Right through the seam, LaPierre feeds it. Up top, that blast is blocked. It hit McMichael. Backhand, score! On the follow-up, Andrew Crystal.
Yeah, great setup all around. And the thing that I liked about that whole play is the patience of Henrix LaPierre. We just highlighted him and how well he's performed. The patience that he had with the puck to allow the Capitals to establish their setup, then lead to this goal. Here he is, right side, he throws it across, he gets it, now he gives it back for the slap shot, goes off the rear end of Connor McMichael, and on the doorstep, it's a layup for Crystal. But all these things work out because of the timing and the patience with the puck. The Caps have a 2-0 lead here.
Andrew Crystal, right place, right time for his second power play goal of the preseason. He had the other at Giants Center against Philadelphia. Exactly 9 minutes after the Gucciardi goal, Washington's lead is by 2. Provorov wrestling there, slot pass for Jenner, didn't get his stick on it. Back come the Capitals with Roy to drop it in. Rubinski gets after Severson. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Caps Intermission Live coming up soon on Monumental Sports Network. Provorov elevates and puts it back on the Washington side. McElrath using the boards. Dumped in by Trinyev, not all that deep.
Well, Carberry really didn't like the second half of the last game that this Caps team played, but man, you gotta like this first period. I know they're getting some shot attempts and some shots on Logan, but not second and third opportunities. The Caps have been buttoned up again here tonight.
Chinikov for Monahan. Monahan up top, Gabranskin lets it go. Stopped there by Thompson. Rempel flings the rebound back to center ice with 80 seconds remaining in an opening period that sees Washington on top by 2. Thompson's going to take no chances here, get his boys a breather.
Yep, Columbus has fired 16 shots on Logan Thompson. Not a lot of toughies, though, a lot of exterior shots against Logan. He's a 2-time 20-plus game winner the last couple of years. Top 10 in goals against and save percentage. Between him and Lindgren, 51 wins they combined for last year. Just stellar goaltending. And against Dean Evanson's team in the first, the Caps are showing very well.
Crystal from McMichael and Chisholm, bringing the Caps 2 for 5 on the man advantage in preseason. Crystal with both of those markers. 70 seconds remain in the opening period. Off the boards, delayed penalty call coming up. It's against Washington.
You could hear them yell from the bench. Gucciardi's going to go off for the hold. That looked like they were going to let it go, but you could hear up in the booth all the coaches on Columbus's bench were yelling and screaming, and 93 goes
Washington
off.
penalty number 93, 2-minute minor, holding.
He followed him right up the wall to the left of Logan Thompson. Sort of had the hand in there, and that'll send Carberry's bunch to the PK here. Here's a look at it. Watch him follow him up. Just one arm in there, and it's that inside arm, the right arm that they deem was in front of the player, impeding his progress, sends him off for the hold.
Capitals were 4 for 5 on the kill in Sunday's shootout win in New Jersey. Nico Hischier had the power play strike for the Devils. Wierenski and the Blue Jackets on the move.
You'd expect them to be better on the power play this year. Both special teams ranked 22nd overall. Their PK and their power play. Their power play below 20%.
Wierenski in tight, nice passing. Johnson fires. Thompson made the save. Big rebound back to the point. Johnson leaves it on the dasher. Takes the return. Wierenski straight away. Johnson and Wierenski, 2 former Michigan Wolverines. John Carlson with a takeaway, and he'll clear.
Yeah, great job by John. Stepping up, read the play, ripped it off Columbus, and they have to retreat.
Zach Wierenski through center. Out wide for Jenner, gets it right back, pressured immediately by Ilya Protas, along with Beauvillier, as time should expire now in this opening period with Washington on top by 2.
A lot of shots combined, 27 overall between the two clubs. Logan was on the hot seat a couple of times. A lot of perimeter shots, well done between the pipes, and good job by the Capitals working their tail off for the 2 goals that they got. Crystal on the board on the power play, makes it 2-0. Gucciardi, we still think it was his shot from the point that got through. The good guys are up.
As we settle in for a little Capitals Intermission Live between periods 1 and 2 in Columbus, Ohio. Washington on the lead. We'll get you back for more on Monumental Sports Network right after these messages.
TV soon, meaning your access to live games you love, the trusted voices that bring them to life, and award-winning shows could all disappear. And it doesn't stop there. Local college football and other college sports DMV fans love are at risk. Make your voice heard today. Tell YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV to keep Monumental Sports Network.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 3.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade.
At Holzman Laser Vision, we provide the finest laser vision correction using the very latest technology to ensure the best outcomes. Our patient-focused protocols used by Dr. Holzman and his medical team help make your life-changing experience more comfortable, easier, and safer. If you have been considering laser vision correction, you should know Holzman Laser Vision is simply better. Arrange a free comprehensive consultation today. Holzman Laser Vision, because your eyes deserve the best. Tyson's Corner, Chevy Chase.
TikTok literally helped Dan O's grow from a one-man show to 45 team members in Louisville, Kentucky.
There's no way I'd be able to support this building or any of my employees without TikTok. It's not just about me anymore.
TikTok brings in so much foot traffic. To be able to have 28 employees and everybody's paid well, it's just a blessing.
Let's ride together.
So I can bring any car to Oarsman Chantilly Kia and they'll buy it?
That's what they just said on TV.
Doesn't matter what year, make, or model.
No.
And I can get Kelley Blue Book for it?
More, 125%.
And if I buy a new car, I'll get their buyer's edge with $1,500 in bonus extras?
Yes.
I find that very hard to believe.
And don't forget at Oarsman, we'll buy any car. Oarsman Chantilly Kia. Let's ride together.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Nice.
The game's on.
Capitals Intermission Live unfolding here on Monumental Sports Network inside Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. The Capitals continue to flex their offensive muscles. A 2-0 lead over Columbus after 20 minutes of play. Joe Beninati and Craig Laughlin with you between periods 1 and 2. Locker, in what ways does this hockey team reflect its head coach?
It's huge. I mean, there's just no quit. The attitude that they carry over, the work ethic. And as we all know, Carberry hates to lose at anything, and it doesn't matter if it's a preseason game or not, he's going to have his players ready. And I thought they were the better team in the first, even though Columbus had more shots on net.
Let's have a peek at some Volvo highlights from that opening period. 20 minutes in the books for the Caps with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and this is just a good kickback by Tom Wilson. And in front of the net, there's a line of blockers. And you have Michael there, you have Miroshnichenko, everybody in front, and the shot comes out. This on the power play, the Caps get a good bounce. We think it's Gucciardi on the first, Crystal on the power play, and it's 2-0.
Numerically speaking, this game plays out this way, statistically through one.
Yeah, better shots, better scoring chances they give to the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Caps 2 more hits. They had the dot, did Columbus. The power play helps out the Caps in a big way. They were 1 for 1.
Just a few moments ago, David Gucciardi stopped by for a chat with Al Koken.
Well, one way or the other, we know David Gucciardi had his hand in that Capitals' first goal. David, as we take a look at it, is it yours or is it Connor McMichael's?
I'm not sure. Hard to see from where I was, but regardless, puck went in the net, and that's all that really matters. So, yeah.
With a quick release as well. You got a little time at Hershey last year after your stint with Michigan State. What did you learn there, and what are you learning now with your first NHL training camp?
Yeah, I think it was really good to get a taste of pro hockey and see kind of the level that they play at, and what's required day in and day out. So learned a lot from the guys, the staff. So I was really lucky to be able to go there, so I was really lucky to have that experience, and I think it's helping to start this season for sure.
Talk about working in pro hockey. You're seeing the A team for the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. How valuable is it for you to play against literally an NHL competition team?
It's really cool. Pace is definitely up, and just kind of settling in here, getting my feet wet, and it should slow down and get feel a little bit more comfortable as the game goes on. So it's a good experience for sure.
David, appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Fellas, thanks a lot. Last winter, LT was a big hit in D.C. His extraordinary work helped the Caps fall to the best record in the Eastern Conference. When we return,
the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2025 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $4,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
American business never stops. All across the nation, businesses big and small are leading the way. Their addresses may be local, but they're taking their business global. Thanks to the online marketplace Alibaba, American companies are now reaching global customers, generating big business for the economy, supporting more American jobs, bigger American paychecks, and the American dream. Sell globally and grow locally.
Introducing the new AV. Built for scale, driven by innovation. Focused on delivering strategic advantage in modern warfare with unmatched technology across air, land, sea, space, and cyber. AV is not just ready for what's next. We are already there.
I've been talking about Crop Metcalf a long time now. We've done so many commercials. Hey kid, pass the chicken. Ooh, good times. We've had some fun. But seriously, it's awesome to be part of a company that's such a great reputation. So professional. I love this company, and I still love that jingle.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
So, you know how we've been digging into our family history?
Yeah, so we found something that none of us really knew about.
I can explain. I was young and...
What?
It was a misunderstanding.
No, our whole family can join Navy Federal Credit Union because Grandpa's a Marine veteran.
Yeah, we'll get exclusive benefits, like award-winning member service. Yeah. Grandma.
Well done, kids.
All veterans and their families can join. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
Watch this. Let's face it. What a time to be making a hockey show.
Nice. Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped.
Let them know what they're in for here.
Here we are.
I'm scared of you guys. I'm scared of you.
What keeps you motivated? I think winning. I don't really.
Monumental Sports Network coverage of Capitals hockey is presented by Honda. When you want to get more, then it has to be a Honda. Don't settle for less. Visit your local Honda dealer today. By MedStar Health, trusted medical team of the Washington Capitals. And by Iron Mountain Government Solutions, modernizing government one record at a time. Capitals working on a Tuesday night in Columbus, 2 tallies 9 minutes apart, a 2-0 advantage over their host, the Blue Jackets. Logan Thompson had the finest season of his career last year. He was rewarded with a lucrative deal to keep him in Washington for a long while. Recently, he visited with Alexa Landistoi.
Well, LT, great to see you back in a Capitals jersey. A lot of the players returning that were new a year ago. How have you grown from that experience and excited to be back here in D.C.?
Yeah, last year was a lot of fun. I think we took a lot of good strides as an organization and the team, and I think everyone's excited to be back here and get things going and have a good season again.
All right, and speaking of being back here in D.C., you spent the summer, I believe, here, went to some Mystics games, and we're in the community. What's that like, getting involved with the D.C. area and seeing other D.C. sports in action?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Baseball game was awesome, the WNBA game. I like to get out as much as I can and support the other teams, and as well as I like watching other sports. So a lot of fun and really thankful that I get to live in a city that I can do both.
It seemed like right off the bat you and Ovi had a great relationship, great connection. What's it like being in a dressing room with him, and what's it like on the ice in practice? Do you heckle each other, or what's it like going up against the greatest goal scorer of all time?
Yeah, it's good. It's fun. I think last year I heckled him too much because he broke my finger, probably the first shot of training camp, but it's fun. He's a special person, a special player, obviously, in this league. But one thing I have a lot of respect for is just how much fun and passion he still has for the game after doing it for as long as he has. So you continue to learn from him, and it's a privilege to wear this jersey and call him my teammate and a friend.
Great inspiration. All right, well, I got a fun one for you. I couldn't forget. A giveaway this year. They've got them all set up here at Media Day. This is a little giveaway this year, an oven mitt, goalie mitt here. What do you think? Do you like it? Are you going to be using this in your house?
It looks great. I'd use it if I knew how to cook. But, yeah, I guess you can skip the dishes with it on, I guess. Yeah, but, yeah, it looks great.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Looks good.
Perfect.
Right? Good signature. There we go. You got to make sure to get this giveaway and enjoy. LT, thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Logan knows that one's not very protective. Quick as a cat with anything on that right hand. Caps have a 2-0 advantage. Folks, back to the
hybrid. We recreated some of the wettest springs, hottest summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters to prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash on the purchase of select new 2025 Sorrento models.
On the ice, the action happens in the blink of an eye. It's like that off the ice, too, when you've been injured. You need the right teammates.
Does everything have to be about hockey?
It's hockey season. Chase and Boscolo, proud partner of your Washington Capitals.
Public notice. Marlowe Furniture is closing its doors forever. Management has ordered a massive store closing event with prices slashed on everything. All Marlowe living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, accessories, and mattresses must go off the floor and out the door. Save up to 65% on every item and every top name mattress. These are extreme markdowns and drastic price cuts. Nothing is held back. Everything must go down to the bare walls at the Marlowe massive store closing sale.
Toyota reliability for all your adventures. Built to perform, born to thrill. Toyota RAV4. Find yourself discovering more. Buy yours now and save with low 4.75% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Monumental Sports Network may be dropped from YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV soon, meaning your access to live games you love, the trusted voices that bring them to life, and award-winning shows could all disappear. And it doesn't stop there. Local college football and other college sports DMV fans love are at risk. Make your voice heard today. Tell YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV to keep Monumental Sports Network.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do the wiggles.
The slate's coming in. What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Show your team spirit on Monumental.
For the second period, Washington has the 2-0 lead in preseason action on Monumental Sports Network. Folks, be sure to scan the QR code you're going to see on the screen. Cheer on your Caps as the red carpet rolls out before the season opener against the Boston Bruins. Coming up Wednesday, October the 8th. It's presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. All fans in attendance receiving a schedule magnet and a Capitals rally towel. Scan that QR code to score your tickets today or visit washcaps.com/promos. Locker, have a peek at this Washington power play with puck and player tracking, brought to you by ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
Yeah, the puck's down the right corner. Henrik Lapierre gets ahead of speed up the ice, enters the zone, gets a little pressure, dumps it behind. Good retrieval by the Caps. They can't clear. A misattempt there by Werenski allows Henrik Lapierre to play catch with Crystal, who's going to be the goal scorer with Miles Wood in the box. Crystal, right place, right time, follows up after that puck hit the rump of McMichael in front of the net. 17-25 on the power play, and Carberry's bunch have a 2-0 lead.
And the Capitals start the second period. A man down for another 55 seconds with Gucciardi in the box. McMichael and Crystal, the goal scorers, each of them with their second of the preseason. McMichael's are both special team. Now they're rather one special team, one and even. McMichael had that pretty shorthanded goal at Giants center against the Flyers.
And McMichael, a 1+1 first period. Well done.
Zach Werenski this way, Kent Johnson. Johnson shadowed by Tom Wilson. Monahan waiting along the wall, forced that one. Wilson was in the vicinity. And this is going to be whistled for an offside against Columbus.
Chaotic is the word to describe their power play, just not letting the puck settle down, which is a good thing for Connor McMichael and the Caps penalty kill unit. Keep swarming them, keep pressuring them. They're not playing with a lot of patience, and early on in the season, that's often the case. Last year, another career year for a player. They had 9 different players with career years. Connor McMichael on that list.
And so many of those players playing each and every game in the regular season, including McMichael. Werenski's the power play quarterback. This way, Johnson swivels away from Matt Roy, gets downhill. Through the seam, front door for Jenner. The ricochet slides past Gucciardi on his way from the box back to the Washington bench. It's 5-on-5.
Man, he's probably upset because he would have had a breakaway had he took a different route in the neutral zone. Instead, he thought defense first, probably fared well, but had he thought offense, he would have been off to the races.
Dylan Strome for Washington drops to Roy as he'll wait casually behind Logan Thompson. Cole Sillinger there at the top of the forecheck for the Blue Jackets. Columbus 2-3 in their preseason play. Washington 3-0 prior to tonight. Ethan Frank muscling down the wall. Severson with him. Strome points it to Iorio. Gucciardi's wrister spoiled. Greaves has it in the webbing of his glove for a whistle.
Easy pickup. Gucciardi, Al's guest in that first period. Well spoken. 2 games in Hershey last year. He scored a goal in his 2 games down there, coming out of Michigan State.
Gucciardi started the second period in the penalty box, so the Caps are now 12 for 13 on the kill this preseason. Nico Hischier in Jersey, the only man to strike, with the opponent a man up. Iorio waiting. Leaves it down low for Rempel. Rempel led the Caps with 3 of their 9 shots in the first period off the blade of number 23 in white. Loose biscuit in the high slot, punch back onto the Washington side as Gucciardi will give ground. Charlie Coyle is nearby. Always unusual to see a forward wearing the number 3.
It sure is.
I think once you get below 7, those are all belonging to the defenseman, you would think. But these Blue Jackets have 2 forwards who wear numbers that low. 3 Coyle, 4 Sillinger.
And it's unusual for a defenseman to wear number 9. And Provorov, who plays for Columbus. That's usually saved for the big gunslingers.
Crystal working out wide there for Rempel. He'll stash it in and exit stage left. Just shy of the 3-minute mark in period 2. Washington on top by 2. Capitals will see the Boston Bruins at Capital One Arena as Thompson flexes this one away. Boston coming to Washington for the Caps' first true home preseason game. As Wilson deflects in, Greaves will zip it around the curve. Monahan locking horns with Wilson. Miles Wood punched it along to the Washington line. Headman for Wilson, waiting at the attack. Not long enough. It's offside against Washington.
Yeah, Tom thought he had it on the line there, and the linesman was right there next to him, was able to see that it just came over, and the guys entered the zone a little bit under control, or off control. There's a look at Tom's numbers last year. We highlighted him in the open, and every number across the board for Tom was a high, whether it comes to power play goals, goals overall, 5-on-5 goals, plus minus, you name it. He had a heck of a hockey season.
Where does the time go? Tom Wilson is 31 years of age, one of the Caps' elder statesmen, right there with Ovechkin and Carlson.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday I was talking to McPhee at a practice, and he said he's going to be a good one. He was just stepping into the National Hockey League, and we knew how tough he was and how physical he was. Well, he's added all the components of an elite power forward to his game.
Former Caps general manager George McPhee, definitely prophetic there. Wood stubbed that shot towards the cage. Chisholm for Trinyev down the wing. Easy work for Greaves to kick that one to the wall. Back to the point, Carlson, cross ice it comes. Seam pass inside, Rubinski on his way down. Not able to get that one-handed shot on goal from his wallet. Just crossed the 4-minute mark of the second. Caps changing him up. Veteran defender Gabranson will clear in. Another guy who's been dealing with injuries in recent seasons.
He was hurt in the opening game last year, ran into his own player and Johnson in the neutral zone and was done with a shoulder injury. Ended up only playing a handful of games for them.
Chinikov 1-against-1. Chinikov at stick's length for Roy. Beauvillier will advance for Washington and dribble this one into the corner.
Chinikov sort of in the doghouse with Dean Evison last year. You know, he was demoted down to a line that he didn't want to play on. He thought he should play in the top 2 lines. He was demoted. Then he said, you know what, I want to be traded. And it's still hanging in the lurch what's going to happen to him this year. But he came to camp and said, you know what, I'm going to play as hard as I can, play as well as I can, and we'll see how things shake out. But he did ask for a trade out of Columbus in July.
Rempel nearly took that return pass from Lapierre at the goal mouth. Rempel skating well in this, his first preseason look with the Caps. Werenski's pass is out of reach for Boone Jenner. Fantilli and Johnson turn out of the corner. This way, Provorov. High slot, ripped right on, and Thompson made a pad save on Fantilli.
Yeah, good play there. Fantilli can really shoot the puck. He's a guy that can score a ton of goals. 31 goals last year, and he's still 20 years of age.
Off this toe drag, Severson's bid is blocked out of play by Iorio. We get a whistle, 5:39 into the frame.
Logan stops his 20th shot of this game here. Goes D to D and to the high slot, and there's the one-timer. Good kick of that right pad, kicking that out of harm's way too. Hard to control that puck, but he made sure he had good positioning where he threw that rebound. He knew he had to kick that leg out to get it away out of the player's reach. Good stop here in the second.
On Fantilli, who spent just 1 year in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's pretty good, though. He won the Hobey Baker Award.
Yeah, one of 3 freshmen ever to win it, joining Correa and Eichel playing in Vegas.
Glove save for Thompson as Wilson pitches this one to center. Olivier rolls it back into the Washington zone. Logan Thompson makes the handoff, but Coyle was nearby. Wilson taking the puck from Sillinger and putting it back into the Blue Jackets' end. Provorov, play it ahead for Coyle, stacked up once more. In tight quarters, McMichael chiseling this one loose. A penalty call coming up.
Yeah, it's going against Carlson, I think. He shot Provorov because he was chopped at the blue line and knocked down in a heap. It had a hard time getting to the bench. I think it's going to be Carlson going for the retaliation against their number 9.
You notice the open net for Columbus. Greaves is on the bench. 6 attackers on. 6 on 5 until the Caps get possession. Roy racing after Lundestrom as Ilya Protas makes the touch-up. Washington goes a man down. We'll get you back for more preseason action on Monumental Sports Network. Spencer Carberry's troops 1 man shy when you return. After
Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2025 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $4,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Don't hurt him, Kev. All dripped up. Got the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab on the best 5G network, baby.
No way.
It's me. Handsome and hilarious.
No way.
No way. I know. I'm even finer in person.
No way.
Wait, it was about the iPhone? Come on.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
That's real nice.
Hey, can I? Thanks. Well, listen, son, now that you're getting older, you might be curious about certain things.
Please don't do this.
You're eligible to be a member of Navy Federal Credit Union because I served in the Army. Our whole family can join and get exclusive savings and discounts.
Cool.
Very cool.
All veterans and their families can join. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Presented by TikTok old friend Jamie Heward.
Yep, 7 different teams spanning 394 games, including the Caps and Columbus. Played the most with the Caps, 123 games. You look at his 11 goals and 44 points. An all-around good guy. He is a current associate coach in Henderson of the American Hockey League.
Saw a very young Alex Ovechkin in a few of those highlights involving Jamie. McMichael off in the sin bin, 2 for high sticking. Columbus power play. Fantilli fires, stopped by Thompson. Fantilli, who had a couple of 2-goal games against Washington late in the season last year.
And sorry, John, I saw the 4. I thought it was you going to the box. It's 24 going, not 74. Connor McMichael sitting in the sin bin.
Jenner goes rink wide. They look for Werenski. Jenner leaving it back behind the cage. Blue Jackets have their formation set. Werenski closing with a wrister off the chest protector of Thompson. He made the stop there with Jenner crowding him on the rebound.
And a great play by McElrath, rocking him big time at the side of the net, not allowing him to get his stick loose on that puck.
Puck bouncing high in the air. Roy claims it. Ilya Protas not able to get it out there. Johnson swivels away. Werenski up top waiting for the screen to develop. Snapshot at the doorstep, at the line, it's in. Power play goal for Columbus.
Looked like that puck was knocked in behind the goaltender, and Thompson was wondering how that puck got through the backside of him. Here it is down low. Boone Jenner hanging out in front of the net. The shot will come. He'll rip it. Watch Boone Jenner just chop it and gets the ricochet off the backside of the goaltender. There's Logan Thompson, think he had it, and then it bounced to Boone Jenner, and Boone Jenner says, you know what, I'm just going to try to ricochet it off his backside. Monahan makes sure he finishes it off over the goal line, but definitely Boone Jenner on the board here. The captain makes it 2-1.
7:52 of the second period, time of the tally. Columbus more than doubling up Washington in shots. Logan Thompson's been very, very strong. Jenner using Thompson there to bank it home and get Columbus within one. Rempel to the outside, LaPierre to the doorstep, came right on by. Chisholm, who has an assist tonight, plays the corner to Carlson, send it on around. This one-touch shot from Crystal sailed way wide. Crystal with Olivier introducing himself as Coyle leaves the zone with Sillinger. Coyle right in the hip pocket of Chisholm. You watch them go to the window. Capitals settle. Crystal not able to clear there. Carlson will try his hand at it. John Carlson for Andrew Crystal, the 20-year-old winger. LaPierre 1 against 2. Caps getting reinforcements off the bench. Vinny Iorio below the goal line. Iorio topside now to the deep slot. On the drop, that's snapped high by Gucciardi. Jet Greaves and Logan Thompson have gone the distance so far in goal in this preseason game, as the Jackets are whistled for icing.
A real good response by that line. After a goal is scored, you want to go out and get some heat on Provorov and his teammates. They definitely did. That was an excellent shift. Provorov, 6 years, all 82 games. He's a guy that's very durable. Here's Iorio, nice little loop around the net that leads to a scoring chance with its little backhand pass. Gucciardi just whistled that one high and wide.
Iorio, who should have been credited with the preseason goal at Giants Center against the Flyers in that Washington win. Olivier looking to get it out. Frank kept it in for Washington for just a moment. Blue Jackets here at home in blue will send it in. Columbus comes to Washington on the weekend for the Caps and Blue Jackets final preseason game.
And this building has always been pretty good to Columbus. Last year they put up 26 wins. On the road, however, they faltered with just 14. They're very comfortable playing here at Nationwide Arena.
With the puck out of play, a stoppage just about the midway mark of regulation time. Jenner from Johnson and Werenski on the board most recently, making it a 1-goal game. Caps and Blue Jackets, one of 8 preseason games on the slate tonight. Dylan McElrath and Bogdan Trinyev defending in front of Logan Thompson. Severson held strong at the point. Blue Jackets still in business. Lundestrom knocked down by Ilya Protas. Along the dasher, Ilya Protas has a chance to roam, and a 2-on-1 developing with Trinyev. Ilya Protas curls, Trinyev doorstep. They score!
What a great play by Protas, going wide with speed, Trinyaev drives the post as hard as he possibly could. And we'll see who got that puck. Did it ricochet off the defender and go in past the goaltender Greaves? Or did Trinyaev get a piece of this? Here it is coming right at you. Left side of the screen is a player going hard to the net. I'm not sure if he got that. I think it went off Severson as he tried to intercept that pass. His leg got a piece of it before it got to Trinyaev. Protas will be on the board. It was his stick that ramped that puck past his goaltender. Protas on the board, making it 3-1.
10-10 the time of the tally. Ilya Protas, magnificent in Major Junior last year. Getting a chance in preseason action with Washington. He was the first to score 50 in the OHL in his first season in that league since Alex DeBrincat 10 years ago. Werenski towards the cage over top of the net.
He didn't score last year, right? That has to be his first pro goal then.
We would think, although these don't count.
Correct, but it does count for yourself personally. It gives you a little confidence.
Penalty call here. Trail official again has spotted an infraction against the Caps. So
Washington number 3, 2 minutes hooking.
We've crossed the midway mark. Ilya drinking it all in. This bank shot.
Roll up and refuel at 7-Eleven. Get a free hot coffee with any breakfast sandwich.
Celebrate 70 years with us. Visit your local Volvo retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event.
American business never stops. All across the nation, businesses big and small are leading the way. Their addresses may be local, but they're taking their business global. Thanks to the online marketplace Alibaba, American companies are now reaching global customers, generating big business for the economy, supporting more American jobs, bigger American paychecks, and the American dream. Sell globally and grow locally.
Roll up and refuel at 7-Eleven. Get a free hot coffee with any breakfast sandwich.
Oft. Matt Roy sits in the penalty box.
Sure
Washington
does.
has a 3-1 lead. Roy there after this.
And he plays a lot of minutes, doesn't take a whole lot of penalties. Last year he just had 25 minutes overall in close to 70 games. There he got this stick on that bottom hand, sending him off to the penalty box.
See if the Capitals can shut the door on Columbus. Boone Jenner struck on the power play for the Blue Jackets on their last man advantage. That tally was followed by a strike from Ilya Protas. Werenski wasting no time. It's 3-2.
No time, meaning 4 seconds sitting in the box for Matt Roy. He'll come out in a hurry. And Werenski, what a dart. Talk about a wrister to the far side and just rips it past Logan Thompson through a screen in front of the net. That is an excellent shot. I mean, he's a 2-time 20-goal getter. One of 3 that had 20 last year, including our very own Chychrun. And there's that shot. And just the win of the draw, the kick back, walk to the middle, and then just rip it off the off leg, shooting a little bit off balance, and puts her home.
Jenner with the jump screen.
Yep. Big body, and there it is. The legs up, and the puck underneath. No chance for Logan to pick that up.
Walker, you might say a double flamingo.
Yes, it could be.
3-2. End-to-end, these two teams playing preseason action this Tuesday night. Frank showing his speed. The youngster on the back end there, 21-year-old Denton Matejchuk, able to keep him to the outside. Strome for Washington, back to Frank. Frank with Beauvillier hovering in front. Work it up top for John Carlson. He'll activate. Dylan Strome from deep, knocked down. Matejchuk has the rebound. Skated to safety by Boone Jenner. Jenner 3 abreast at the attacking line. That's easy pickings for Logan. as Thompson holds on.
And Werenski has made this a one-goal game here in the second period. His ranks last year right up there with the best of them. He was dominant, and I thought he was going to actually win the Norris. He ended up second in that, but he was second in goals to Makar. Points, he was second to the same guy. Ice time #1 over 26 minutes, and shots were the most in the NHL. Finished second in voting. He can definitely win one of these before he is done. Among all-time scorers here in Columbus, only Rick Nash, who's retired, Atkinson, who's retired, has more points than Werenski, who got another one here in preseason.
He's #1 all-time in assists. He's a 10th-year pro. This is the 25th anniversary season ahead for Columbus. Came into the big leagues in the 2000-2001 expansion season. Coyle angling in, loops it to the corner. Sillinger golfing one to the slot. Severson pumps that one wide, and the big rebound's going to force Columbus to reorganize its center. Washington's lead is 1 with 7:45 to go in period 2. Caps will make their way home tonight. They get the Boston Bruins on Thursday. First home ice preseason game of this 25-26 campaign at Capital One. Carefully out of his own zone, Ivan Provorov. That was deflected, so there's no icing. Olivier there, muzzled by McElrath. Werenski to the front, looking for a tip-in try.
Yeah, great little release by Werenski. Just the way he got that puck and was able to release it so quickly, just like the way he scored that goal. Excellent release from the point.
He does everything so quickly and so effortlessly.
Yeah, I mean, he is the face of the franchise for sure here in Columbus.
Makes it look so easy. Gets over there now to control and drift back towards his netminder, Jet Greaves. Greaves backed up tonight by former Flyer Ivan Fedotov.
Yeah, it's a good battle to see who's going to make it here in Columbus.
Centering pass deflected to the glass. Miroshnichenko with Monahan draped over top. Wilson able to bump this one loose. Miroshnichenko not able to get a deep first try. Wilson will. Fabro takes the handoff from Greaves. Dangerously in front. Score! Don't go there, Dante. It's 4-2 Washington.
Yeah, Wilson chops it off his stick as he tries to get the net and get in front, but he was going too slow to elude Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson looks like an unassisted goal here to make it 4-2 once again, a 2-goal lead. The Caps right back at it after that Werenski power play goal. Here's Fabro, usually use a net for protection, but here's Tom Wilson, a little poke check from behind. Miro puts pressure on him, and there's Tom Wilson just poking the puck. There's Miro, there's the puck, there's the poke check, and it's between the pads there. Tom Wilson on the board here in the second.
Tom Wilson, Locker itemized just how impressive last season was for him. In his first preseason game, he gets his first preseason goal. Washington advancing its lead back up to 2. Miroshnichenko looking for more. Swallowed up and rammed to the end boards. And Wilson has the gloves off.
Yep. And it looks like the Branson, isn't it?
That is. A guy who can look eye to eye with Tom.
Yep.
Branson throws the big uppercut.
Well, Tom's first game, he's making it a big game here for himself, getting involved physically, getting a goal, and now having to drop the mitts with Branson for that shot from the side on Miro, who was off balance right into the board.
6:04 left in the second, and Wilson already has a Gordie Howe hat trick. Good to see Miroshnichenko up under his own power.
Yeah, Miro, a good shift all around. Good forecheck that led to the Wilson goal. Good speed down the wing to get around the defenseman, but then clobbered into the boards, and that leads to the fisticuffs. We haven't seen a whole lot of them in preseason. We'll see how the referees sort these penalties out.
Referees tonight, Morgan McPhee and Brandon Blandina.
It was combustible. To me, it's just 5-5, but we'll see how they deem if Tom got the jump on him or not. And let's take a look here. Here's Miro coming full speed. Then he's taken down from the side there, and then Wilson immediately comes in and gives Branson a hit. That's why I think it should be 5-5 here.
Wilson not appreciating
Washington
the shrug.
Washington number 43 has a 2-minute minor for instigating a 5-minute fight for fighting and 10 misconduct. Columbus penalty number 44 has a 2-minute minor for boarding and a 5-minute major for fighting. We will continue to play 5-on-5.
Wilson did not like the way Gabranson shoved at Miroshnichenko so close to the boards.
It could have been 5 minutes for boarding in my books, but Gabranson will go off. All penalties will wash. They'll need to have somebody sit for Tom Wilson. Here's the push from the side. And Gabranson's a big dude, and he gets a good leverage there. Tom Wilson comes in, immediately challenges Gabranson once he gets up. And lucky for the Caps, Miro looks no worse for wear on the bench. And the Caps and Columbus will skate 5-on-5.
Hopefully just a situation maybe there where Miroshnichenko lost his breath, lost his wind. Crunched into the wall. He's looking up at the overhead scoreboard, as is Dean Evison and those folks on the Blue Jacket bench. Things settling back down. Penalty boxes filling up with 6:04 to go in the second period. The NHL on Monumental Sports Network. Joe Beninati, Craig Laughlin upstairs. Al Koken is your ringside reporter as we tip our hats to all the men and women in our technical crew for their assistance in this one tonight, both here in Columbus and back home in DC. Coach Evison has put his troops on ice, and not without a word or two for the referees.
And I think it should be 5-on-5 because Wilson had a 10, a 5, and a 2. Gabranson had a 5 and a 2. So I don't understand why they don't wash out. So Wilson must have got the extra here to put Columbus on the power play.
Wilson did get 2 for instigating, 5 and 10.
Right. So it should be even.
Gabranson got 2 for boarding and 5 for fighting.
And that's why Frank's coming back across to the bench.
2 tough customers, Wilson and Gabranson. Both of them have gone through the battles.
And there it is, 5-on-5. Exactly as it should, because
we just
all
did
the penalties washed. Yep.
We just did the math. Carlson clears in.
No, but the coaches, I think, thought because of the deuces, that meant 4-on-4,
right,
but not when it's at the same time.
Right. Washington's most recent strike coming from Tom Wilson. That Gordie Howe hat-trick performance here in the preseason. A goal, an assist, and a fight as it's icing against Columbus.
Welcome back, Tom.
Sure.
Why not?
5 minutes and 45 seconds away from Capitals intermission live. This Washington team, as well as Columbus, right? These were the 2 highest scoring teams in the NHL at even strength last year. Greaves flags that one down, holding on long enough for us to hang out for a while. So, with Washington in front by 2, a lot of the game revolves around 43 in the white. There's a poke check for a goal, and the mitts come off with Gabranson.
Get 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of select new 2026 Sportage models.
Introducing the new AV. Built for scale, driven by innovation. Focused on delivering strategic advantage in modern warfare with unmatched technology across air, land, sea, space, and cyber. AV is not just ready for what's next. We are already there.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR plus 3,100 total value on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus current eligible G.
The start of the season is brought to you by Fidelity Wealth Management. Tick-tock, tick-tock, closing in on the Caps season opener with Boston on October the 8th. Tom Wilson in rare company since 2015.
Guys with 30 or more goals and 200 or more hits. He joins a fine crew there, including our captain, Alex Ovechkin.
Alex Ovechkin on the ice for practice, for training camp practices in recent days. Has been a full participant. Snapshot here that sails wide. He's not in the game tonight. Hoping that we'll see the grade 8 in one of, if not both of, the Caps' home preseason games at Capital One.
Yep, in the opening of the NHL, you said Tuesday. It's a triple header, Chicago and Florida, Pittsburgh and the Rangers, Colorado and the Kings to kick off the season.
This is Andrew Crystal driving in. Rempel along the boards. Capitals expecting to make some roster moves, sending folks to Hershey very, very soon as we dwindle down the days of training camp.
Yeah, I think tomorrow could be a day off for the guys, and then there will be some decisions made prior to the next game, which is Thursday night at Capital One against the Boston Bruins.
51 wins a season to go for Spencer Carberry. 111 points set the pace in the Metro. They were some 22 points ahead of fourth place Columbus as Fabro gets challenged by Rempel. Olivier chips it on the Washington side. Iorio back. Vinny Iorio hoping to earn a spot on the opening day roster. Oh, pardon me, that's Roy, not Iorio. That's 3, not 2 back there, right-handed shooting defenders.
He's got a spot.
Matt's got a spot for sure. Fanning is Werenski. LaPierre, Rempel, bang, bang! Greaves with a spectacular save with a glove and pad.
They forgot something exiting the zone. It's a little 3x1 black disc, and it just about ended up in the back of their net. For a goal scorer, I can't believe Rempel couldn't beat Greaves there. What a chance for the Caps. Watch 23, he's been all over the score sheet. Give and go, down low, just didn't get it up high enough. And the goaltender Greaves is able to recover. Bad turnover leads to this chance. It should be 5-2. Kudos to the goaltender Greaves, denying Rempel on the doorstep.
Brilliant lateral mobility there from Greaves. Locker addressed Rempel's productivity in the KHL recently. And he's had chances to be generated tonight. That one is best.
He sure has. He's played a lot of time in the American Hockey League, over 300 games. He has over 250 points on his resume, a lot of them goals. So he knows his way around the net when he does get the puck.
Capitals signed Sheldon, the 30-year-old Calgary native, as a free agent in July this past summer. He has 4 quality scoring chances tonight by our count.
He'll definitely be a call-up this season.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Listen to you.
I think so. Good veteran leadership helps Coach King down there. They always seem to sign guys that are good leaders. He's going to be one of them down there in Hershey to start. But if something happens here in Washington and they need an extra player, he could be one of the guys.
The more you think about what the Hershey Bears are going to look like this year, the more you think there'll be a lot of guys who'll be waiting for that phone call.
Sure.
Voronkov skips it in. Gucciardi on the back dasher. 3.5 away from Capitals intermission live with the NHL on Monumental Sports Network tonight. We'll keep you company as well on Thursday when the Bruins invade DC. Monahan's pass on the wrong side. Ilya Protas, who has scored tonight, with brother Alexei watching at home. Rabinski curls, feed, McMichael fires, and Greaves gets that with a goalie stick. Quick send away, Jenner hiding behind the defense. Nice recovery by Gucciardi. McMichael working through center. Matejchuk stepped in his skating lane as Severson rallies around the goal for Columbus. Send it ahead for Jenner, he'll deal it in. Jenner and Werenski, the goal getters for the guys in blue. Caps doing the job defensively. Rempel working in 2-on-2 on the toe drag move. Not fooling the Blue Jacket defenders. Jenner straightened up there with Chisholm along the wall. Severson Cross ice to relieve some pressure. And right back to him. Severson guides it down the alleyway through Jenner. No icing there. 2:10 remaining in the second. Caps had a 2-0 advantage after 20. Still lead by 2 here in period 2. John Carlson's snap pass is on the button for Dylan Strome. Ethan Frank maneuvers in. Provorov broke his stick. McElrath to Roy. Roy to the front looking for the tip-in try. Just failed to connect with Beauvillier as this is pitched all the way down. McElrath in the foot race. No icing. Roy uncontested out of his own end. He'll clear it hard around on the wall for Dylan Strome, matched up with Fabro. McElrath keeps it on the woodwork and puts it off of the rink for a whistle.
Little wide open here the last couple of minutes. End-to-end work between both teams. Beauvillier, a great find for the Caps last year, that's for sure. Glad he re-upped for a couple of seasons. Played with Pittsburgh and the Caps, put up 25 points. Very relevant in the playoffs. I thought he's the type of player you need to have success. He was terrific when it was crunch time.
Pushing over what now, 630 NHL games. Washington, the 6th different team with which he's worked. He's been traded 4 different times. Caps doubling up the Jackets late in the second. Caps Intermission Live coming up soon on the network. Even strength here. Iorio keeping tabs on Sillinger. Vinny back into his corner with Coyle. Under a minute in this period. Coyle to the point, Matejchuk. No shooting room there. Crystal was in good shape. Sillinger protecting it on his backhand. Working him over was Lapierre. 25 ticks left. Blue Jackets still in the offensive zone off the give and go. That's blocked. Rempel serves it into the Columbus end from behind that center stripe. It's icing against DC.
A good defensive play there by Rempel. We've seen his offensive skills. That's good D work. Unfortunately for him, didn't have the touch that he wanted, and he's going to have to come right back out onto the ice after a long shift. They'll have a face-off in the Cap zone with 15.8 to go.
Stay with us, friends, between periods. Capitals Intermission Live. Al Koken will have a guest. We'll also share a Tom Wilson piece. Werenski on the crisscross with Provorov. Werenski fires, that's deflected away. 8 seconds to go. Rempel will advance, scoop it along. Fantilli there on the back check. Rabinski for Washington keeps it on the boards, and that'll do it. 4-2 with the Caps up.
Yeah,
4-2.
Gotta like their power play. Going against their penalty kill in the third, I think is going to be the difference maker. If the Caps can get a couple of power plays against Werenski, he was a difference maker. He always is every time he's on the ice. And Logan Thompson has been terrific with just 2 goals against on 26 shots.
Both teams filing off to their respective dressing rooms. Logan with a smile on his face, as he should be, with a 4-2 advantage to protect and 20 minutes to go. Capitals Intermission Live is coming up. We'll get you back to Nationwide in just a few.
In Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2025 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $4,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Don't hurt him, Kev. All dripped up. Got the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab on the best 5G network, baby.
No way.
It's me. Handsome and hilarious.
No way.
No way. I know. I'm even finer in person.
No way.
Wait, it was about the iPhone? Come on.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
That's real nice.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy. Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
Working for Clark is so exciting from the very beginning. And when I start, I like it so much that I decide to stay. I'm getting experience on everything. Capital One, down where we're working, is gonna look so beautiful in a couple of years. It's a steady job, and I feel like I'm gonna retire on the Clark Foundation.
For more information about construction careers at Clark, go to monumentalsportsnetwork.com/honoring the craft.
At Holzman Solomon Vision Partners, we stand at the crossroads of precision and innovation, standing out as a leader in vision correction throughout the nation's capital. For more than 2 decades, Dr. Jonathan Solomon has helped patients just like you ditch their reading glasses and enjoy life with lens replacement surgery. Recognized as a top doctor, Dr. Solomon is a true visionary and was the first surgeon in the DMV to introduce the game-changing light adjustable lens into his practice. So trust the doctors trust, and see the difference today at Holzman Solomon Vision Partners.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. And to celebrate, you can now get in one of these award-winning SUVs with 0% APR for 60 months. The all-new turbocharged Nissan Murano, the rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and the best-selling Nissan Rogue. Visit Nissan today and drive away in an award-winning SUV. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Washington Commanders.
It all starts here, opening night in Washington, D.C.
Finally, the Capitals are back tonight.
Be at Capital One Arena on Wednesday, October 8th, when the Caps take the ice against the Boston Bruins to start the regular season. All fans in attendance will receive a Caps schedule magnet and rally towel. Don't miss opening night, Capitals versus Bruins, Wednesday, October 8th at 7:30. Capitals intermission live on Monumental Sports Network between periods 2 and 3 tonight here inside of Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. An eventful second period, the two teams trading 4 goals. Washington has the advantage 4-2 after 2. Joe Beninati and Craig Laughlin with you in locker for the Caps. What needs to be done to make sure they can secure this win and bring it back home for a 4-0 mark?
I just think it's quick outs. I think Columbus Blue Jackets are going to find their legs, and they're going to have a big push in the third. When they get the puck in their own zone, the Caps got to exit in the hurry, either cleanly or off the glass, and make them skate it back.
The Volvo highlights in this second intermission, all involving Tom Wilson's rough and tumble night.
And it's called the Gordie Howe hat trick. And in Gordie Howe's career, he had all of 2. It's an assist, and it's a goal. And it's a nice goal because Miro fleshed out the D. He turned it over to Tom. And then Miro gets crushed into the boards by Branson. And here comes the finishing off of the Gordie Howe hat trick. An assist, a goal, and a fight. Tom's been all over the score sheet.
Here to discuss the game up to this point, Ilya Protas now checking in with our Al Koken.
Ilya Protas with his first professional goal, helping the Capitals with this 2-goal lead. Ilya, as we take a look at it, as you're coming down on this 2-on-1, how are you reading the play?
Oh, you know, it was a great breakout from us, and we went 2-on-1 with Bogdan, and I tried to pass it because the D kind of slid, and I tried to make a play and got lucky, and puck went 5-hole.
So what do you think your brother Alexei's going to have to say about that?
He'll say nothing but lucky, you know.
You had such a great year last year in the Ontario Hockey League. How much does that help your confidence as now you start to turn pro?
Oh, you know, it's a lot because you kind of understand you got to be a leader on the ice, off the ice, and take that responsibility and try to help the team win and get going. Try to be the guy who always can help and be a leader off the ice and on the ice, how I said before. So, and it's huge. And when I coming in here in the camp and when I was in Hershey, I tried to look how older guys, leaders and leadership group, they help guys around and how good they are and on the ice and help you a lot.
You're facing this full Columbus team, their pro team. How much is that going to be a good experience for you?
Oh, that's huge opportunity to play their whole roster, you know, and you kind of get adapted to that level, and yeah, it's fun to play that game and have that experience.
Ilya, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks for the knowledge. Tom Wilson, he could be a wrecking ball on skates for the Caps, impacting the game on so many levels. When we return, Alexa Landeskog has a one-on-one discussion with number 43.
Face. What a time to be making a hockey show.
Nice. Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped.
Let them know what they're in for here.
Here we are.
I'm scared of you guys. I'm scared of
you. What keeps you motivated?
I think winning. I don't really know any different.
Styled for the wild. Built for the bold. With next generation power. Toyota Tacoma. Redefine your limits. Buy yours now and save with low 2.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Instead of just asking, how can we make Sarah's wrist better? At MedStar Health, we ask, how can we better the whole experience? That connects her with a specialist's office, that schedules the appointment, that gets her in for surgery, that makes only a tiny incision. That means she's home that day with her post-op instructions at her fingertips. Her much-needed fingertips. How we get Sarah back to her life is about so much more than how we treat her wrist. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
So sad. You've got a roof over your head.
Bro, you gotta stop with that depression stuff.
Escúchame, en esta casa los hombres no lloran.
You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
Thanks for hearing me out, bro. Appreciate it.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Monumental Sports Network may be dropped from YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV soon, meaning your access to live games you love, the trusted voices that bring them to life, and award-winning shows could all disappear. And it doesn't stop there. Local college football and other college sports DMV fans love are at risk. Make your voice.
Broadcasts are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Hockey League is prohibited. Monumental Sports Network coverage of Capitals hockey is presented by Dirty Habit. Come find yours at the premier spot to be before and after every game. By MGM National Harbor. Monumental happens here at MGM National Harbor. And by Clark Construction, the official commercial construction partner of the Washington Capitals. A lovely Tuesday night in Columbus, Ohio. We are inside of Nationwide Arena. The Caps have a 4-2 lead after 2 periods of preseason play. As a veteran winger who often tips the scales in favor of Washington, Tom Wilson, enormously valuable to the DC Icemen. It wasn't long ago he made time to talk some hockey with Alexa Landeskog.
Well, Tom, so great to see you entering season 13, all with the Washington Capitals. When you think back to day one here, how much have you grown and evolved as a player?
Yeah, I was just talking about it this morning with a few of the guys, how intimidating the first day was of your rookie year, and things have changed a little bit. It used to be a lot of kind of testing and big groups and all the veterans watching you do chin-ups and bench press, and it was pretty cutthroat. So not to say the league's gotten any easier, but we still got the skate test, which keeps you humble.
Yeah. We talked to Ryan Leonard a little bit, some young guys out here at camp. How are you trying to motivate them and welcome them into the league and give them some tips for hopefully a long career for them ahead?
Yeah, there's a lot of great kids in the organization. They've done a phenomenal job drafting just kind of first-class people and good hockey players. So you try and just give them any tidbits you can, and just watching them today, it's pretty impressive what they can do with the puck, and they're coming for our jobs, so we'll help them out.
Step it up.
Yeah, you got to keep pushing ourselves.
I love it. Well, we turned 40 yesterday, so he's still going. So we can keep going
excuses.
as well. No excuses.
Yeah.
Hey, third longest tenured Capital behind Ovi and Carlson. Pride you have wearing a Capital sweater. I know you're a fan favorite, but you take a lot of pride as well, representing the city and representing the team.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine ever playing anywhere else. It's where I call home now, and where I've been for a long time. So I love playing for this city. I think it's the best organization in the league, best fans, and obviously Washington D.C. is in the area around it has become home. So every time we go out there on the ice, we just try and give it everything we got for the city, for the organization, for the fans, and feel very lucky and privileged to have been here for so long.
It's been a good time watching Tom Wilson work tonight, filling up the box score. We'll get you back for
trucks like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2025 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $4,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
American business never stops. All across the nation, businesses big and small are leading the way. Their addresses may be local, but they're taking their business global. Thanks to the online marketplace Alibaba, American companies are now reaching global customers, generating big business for the economy, supporting more American jobs, bigger American paychecks, and the American dream. Sell globally and grow locally.
Get ready for spooky fun with the fall getaway to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Enjoy fun by day with our family-friendly Halloween Spooktacular. Then feel the fright by night at Hallowscream, all included with admission. Save up to 45% on tickets. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Public notice. Marlowe Furniture is closing its doors forever. Management has ordered a massive store closing event with prices slashed on everything. All Marlowe living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, accessories, and mattresses must go off the floor and out the door. Save up to 65% on every item and every top name mattress. These are extreme markdowns and drastic price cuts. Nothing is held back. Everything must go down to the bare walls at the Marlowe massive store closing sale.
Celebrate 70 years with us. Visit your local Volvo retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event.
coverage of Capitals hockey is presented by Nissan. At Nissan, they make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. By MedStar Health, trusted medical team of the Washington Capitals. And by Iron Mountain Government Solutions, your bridge to an AI-ready government. We can take our hats off to a pretty exciting preseason game inside of Nationwide Arena. All for you on Monumental Sports Network. Top of the hour time. Joe Beninati, Craig Laughlin in the booth. Al Koken's your ringside reporter. Washington with 2 in the first, 2 more in the second. A 4-2 advantage. Blue Jackets getting both of their goals via the power play in the middle stanza. Both of them apparently via Boone Jenner on the score sheet twice. Chisholm for Washington, 47 in the white. Caps make their way home tonight. They get the Boston Bruins at Capital One Arena Thursday. We'll have that one for you. Chisholm fires. It ricochets wide of Jet Greaves, who's gone all the way in goal for Dean Evason's squad. At the opposite end of the rink, Logan Thompson has gone cover to cover for Washington. Dylan Strome poke check by Werenski. John Carlson making his preseason debut. Sends it down low to Beauvillier. Rempel, who's been a going concern for the Blue Jacket defense all night. Long drive Carlson, answered by Greaves.
Yeah, Rempel, the puck has followed him around here in this hockey game. Of the 17 shots the Caps have had, 6 have come off the stick of the guy with the puck right now.
Rempel, who made his NHL debut back in the 18-19 season, then with the Los Angeles Kings. Shoveled down low by McElrath. Andrew Crystal's on the board again for Washington. McElrath around the horn. Deflected to the front. LaPierre in a foot race. Werenski there, and he'll plop it back onto the Washington side.
Yeah, this line's been very good. They're feeding off one another, reading well where each other are going, and because of that, they've had a lot of time in the offensive zone.
Greaves will sweep this for Severson. Severson advancing it to center only as far as McElrath. Punched away from him by Chinakhov. Chinakhov's pass blocked by the back check of Ethan Frank. Capitals will settle. LaPierre twisting it back. Roy in tandem with McElrath, and Dillon hoists it all the way down for an icing against Washington. Folks, the BMW Ultimate Moment Locker. Tell us straight for us, please.
Yep, this is the line. Crystal, LaPierre, and Rempel. Here's a good look at it. Crystal comes in, dumps it in. Look at how hot they're in on the goalie. Jet Greaves tries to rim it around the wall, but look at the third guy high is LaPierre. They keep it alive. They fail to clear, and it leads to a tic-tac-toe in front. Rempel just can't finish. They have 8 overall of the 17 Capital shots coming into the third period here. They have been a great trio tonight for Carberry.
One of Jet Greaves' best saves to keep it just a 2-goal deficit for the Blue Jackets. Severson through the screen, deflected wide of Logan Thompson. LaPierre drags it off the boards and plays it to center. Miroshnichenko didn't get far with it. Columbus pretty much its entire NHL roster except for Kirill Marchenko tonight.
Didn't Kirill get that big contract today?
Well,
that's the other guy in Minnesota.
No, that's the other one.
Yep.
Good look. Miroshnichenko had it bounce over his tape with a little defensive help. Gucciardi walks the line. Iorio to the outlet, McMichael. It clicks off of Gabranson and back to center. Gabranson, who dropped the gloves with Tom Wilson in the second period after Wilson was annoyed with the way Gabranson shoved Miroshnichenko towards the boards. Declan Chisholm to Ilya Protas. Ilya with the Caps' second goal on the night. Check that third goal on the night. It came in the second period. Ilya with it through center. Protas taken to the rail by Zach Aston Reese. Chisholm hard around. Matejchuk there first. Volleyed out of the air by Frank, but not able to keep that one in. Lundestrom will take it for a spin. Dean Evison wants to change.
The one thing you can say about the Caps lineup tonight, the bubble guys have made an impression tonight. And
when haven't they?
Yeah, the whole training camp, you could say, right?
They've all been good.
But against an NHL team, it's even more impressive.
Sillinger drops it. Fabro fires. Thompson never flinched. That one went high. Fabro again uncorks one to the goal. Covered up by Ethan Frank, and Frank will deliver through center for Matt Roy. Out wide to Beauvillier, turning on Werenski. Fabro guarding the house. Snapshot there, gloved by Greaves.
And Fabro and Werenski have had a tough night as a pair. They're -5 coming in combined. Fabro a -3 himself. Werenski a -2. A little bit fidgety with the puck. The last opportunity. Good little play by Beauvillier right in front. Kicks back, and then you'll see Big Mac dish it off, and there's the wrister trying to go top corner. The Caps trying to add to their lead of 4.
Once again, Rempel closing in, generating a scoring chance against Greaves.
That's his 7th shot on net. I mean, the puck has just followed him around all night long.
Taking a page from Alex Ovechkin's book.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Capitals captain has yet to play in preseason. They've been cautious with a lower body injury. 5 minutes deep in the third, 4-2 Washington. On the send away, Chinakhov rolled it right through the paint. Rempel there with his opposite 23, Sean Monahan. Caps have it surrounded. As you watch Roy inch his way out of the zone, LaPierre gallops through center. Dropped it at the line to Rempel. Didn't handle that cleanly. Rempel at the end of his shift. Johnson scurries through center on the wing for Jenner. A snapshot rejected by Thompson. Boone Jenner shoved to the glass. Gucciardi doing the honors. Iorio loops it all the way down with enough pace to be icing against DC.
Not a bad play to get it all the way down. There's Big Branson against that fella right there. He's had another good game, Crystal. I mean, he scored a goal on the power play, scored the other night, and a 5th-round shootout, a great goal. 3 goals in 6 games coming in, so now he's got 4 in the games he's played overall in preseason games. That's pretty good, considering you add in last year and this year. He showed very well with his offensive skills.
Triniev not able to march all the way to the goal. Crystal had the shootout game winner inside of Prudential Center Sunday. Andrew Crystal, who's led Kelowna in assists and points each of the last 3 seasons in the Western League. Triniev stick checked by Jenner and by Matejchuk. Matejchuk reversing it in tight quarters. McMichael was waiting. McMichael had the first salvo for Washington. Greaves made a glove save there on Triniev. Gabranson sends out Jenner 2-on-2 through neutral. Johnson getting wide, corralled by John Carlson.
Yeah, great veteran play by Carlson, not allowing that pass to get through. He knew there was a guy behind him on the far side, snuffed out the chance just inside the blue line.
Rapidly, we've played just about 7 minutes of this third period. Greaves gobbles this one up, and he'll hold for a whistle. We can step aside. NHL preseason action on Monumental Sports Network continuing tonight here in Central Ohio.
Roll up and refuel at 7-Eleven. Get a free hot coffee with any breakfast sandwich.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter. With high-tech features excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $269 per month lease on a 2025 Accord LX.
You know, I've been talking about Crop Metcalf a long time now. We've done so many commercials. Hey kid, pass the chicken. Ooh, good times. We've had some fun. But seriously, it's awesome to be part of a company that's such a great reputation. So professional. I love this company, and I still love that jingle.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
Roll up and refuel at 7-Eleven. Get a free hot coffee with any breakfast sandwich.
As this is serious stuff, YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV are dropping Monumental Sports Network, taking away your access to live Capitals games, plus original shows like Caps Redline and more. Visit keepmonumentalsports.com to learn more. Al Koken has more on how the Caps are juggling without Tom Wilson for so long in this one.
Well, Joe, you and Craig have been talking about the excellent play of Sheldon Rempel. He's out there right now with Strome and Beauvillier in Wilson's spot. So Ethan Frank with one shift, but the extra time seems to be going to Sheldon Rempel. Obviously, the coaches have noticed the exact same thing you guys have. He has been a real factor this entire game.
Wilson, a goal, an assist, and a fight in this game. Wilson was given 2, 5, and 10 from the referees in the altercation that involved Gabranson, so he's still stretching out in the penalty box as Logan Thompson kneels to make the stop.
Man, big fella McElrath not too happy with the little snow shower he got at the end of the line, a little push up from behind. The Caps now with just 3 right wingers. A good point, Al. Frank, Rempel, Treneyev are the guys on the right flank rotating in.
Capitals, who've scored in 9 of their 11 periods in preseason play, not yet on the board in period 12 tonight. Washington's had the advantage going into the 3rd period in all of their preseason games, as they do this evening. Dylan McElrath playing in his 3rd preseason game, former New York Ranger first rounder way back in 2010.
Yeah, it's amazing. The journey he has had, especially since, after the Rangers, he played a lot in the American League, and finally a renaissance for him when he came here to Washington. Won a couple of Calder Cups, but got called up, and a big factor in the Capitals' success.
Rempel lined up and finished by Miles Wood. 4 in the scrum to the left of Greaves. Werenski gave it up. McElrath fires, deflection. Greaves stopped that.
Yeah, they're out of sorts on their breakouts. You rarely see Werenski throw it up the middle without hitting someone on his team. And there you just see the confusion they have on their exits.
Dylan Strome slowing the pace. Gucciardi closes, fires, had that blocked. It went off of Zach Aston Reese as the Blue Jackets send it back to neutral.
I like Gucciardi's game. They're a beautiful curl and drag to get around Coyle to even get that shot away. He's played physical, he's played tough, played with a lot of grit here in this game tonight.
22-year-old rookie David Gucciardi, Toronto native. McMichael, likewise. Carlson, off of Charlie Coyle. Greaves is going to melt this one long enough for a whistle.
That last little play by Gucciardi caught my eye, that's for sure. I mean, he's looked very solid. I mean, he hasn't played a whole lot of pro, but look at this curl. But inside, outside, and then back inside to get around Coyle just to get that shot away. Well done. Out of Michigan State, hasn't played a whole lot of pro games, 2 last year, and has not looked out of place here tonight.
McMichael digging in against Charlie Coyle, 33-year-old Massachusetts native. Working the middle now for Dean Evison here in the capital city of Ohio. John Carlson gets over there.
Right?
Kind of, yeah, kind of. College team is kind of good.
They're pretty good.
Snapshot here blocked by the sliding defensive efforts.
I think it's only about 3 miles away from this building.
I could show you around if you like.
I'd love that. Next time in town, buddy.
Sillinger on the go. Walled there by Ethan Frank. Nearing the 9-minute mark of the 3rd. Washington came into this period with a 2-goal advantage. They hold that now. McElrath bothered by Monahan. Caps make a break for it. Rempel one-hands it into the Columbus zone. Matejchuk for Gudbranson. Taking his time deliberately out of his own end. The send-in is right on the money for Voronkov. Stick save Thompson. Rebound high in the air. Follow-up chance Monahan. Deflected out of play.
I like Logan Thompson's positioning on that challenge. Took that shot away from Voronkov. He had a little bit of daylight, was held to the outside, but then it was all goaltending positioning. Look at Logan Thompson. He's out about a foot above the paint there. Absolutely no net to be seen from the winger, especially when he's forced wide right there by the D coming back on that play, and Iorio pushed him outside, or Matt Roy. Forcing him wide, that allowed the goaltender to set his feet and take that shot easily.
Trinyev for Washington to send in. Greaves will slow it up. Zip it on the lip of the boards and right on back. Past Matt Roy. McElrath using speed to cover ground there as the Caps wheeled through center. Ilya Protas stick check by Werenski at the line. Delayed offside against the Capitals. Now whistle. A Washington team that had a plus 56 goal differential a season ago. Best in the Metro Division. Leads by 2 tonight. Spencer Carberry's gang threatening to go 4-0 in the preseason. Columbus 2-3 as of tonight. And after tonight, just one more preseason game for the Jackets that will be in our nation's capital on Saturday.
And Carberry not too happy with that play call there. Intentional offsides that the Capitals didn't regroup, and he's saying the first guy in didn't realize that, and it should have been held out outside the blue line, the faceoff, not in his zone.
Halfway home in the third. Caps in the white sweaters in possession. Gucciardi lobs to neutral. Iorio giving some ground. Plays it ahead. Beauvillier took the pass from Ethan Frank. Not able to maneuver around Werenski. Fabro through center. Johnson, a spinning pass. Fantilli's been quiet tonight. I should whisper that.
Yeah.
Off this turnover. Columbus at the offensive end. Jenner has both goals for the Blue Jackets. Rister spoiled in front. Johnson turns. Werenski's going to activate now. You'll see him below the circles quite a bit with the Blue Jackets trailing by 2. Werenski just cleaned out Rempel again. Sheldon was not very happy with that. Low angle look at Fabro leading the charge through center. On the go, Miles Wood skipped it into the corner. Lundestrom back for Wood. Trinyev there for the Caps. Long drive deflected wide of the goal.
And Tom in the penalty box standing up and chopping at the bit to get out of there.
It's been forever.
It has. He has to wait for the next whistle.
It has been forever. After the instigating penalty, the 5-minute major, the 10-minute misconduct. Wilson already with a goal and an assist in that Gordon Howe hat trick fight.
And he can't do calisthenics in there either, can he?
Well,
he's I'm sorry. Have to warm up again.
I thought they sent an equipment manager or athletic trainer over there to help. Carlson walks it along. McMichael through center. He'll deal it in. Provorov with a shoulder check. Provorov with a shoulder check. Sends it on there for his defense partner Severson. He was crowded by Trinyev. Provorov again bracketed along the backboards. Miroshnichenko scoops one to the goal and it's wide. 5-on-5 play continues. Coyle relieving Carlson of the puck. 2-on-2. Back come the Jackets. It's Sillinger. He'll hook off. Sillinger waits. Creating to the slot area. Thompson the stop on Severson. Rebound. They score. Olivier digging in tight.
Here comes the goal coming up the ice. A little hook off, little play to the net, a shot. Olivier gets a rebound and just jams it between the pads. So one thing we know about his play, he's always around the net. He played all 82 games for Dean Evason last year, put up big numbers for himself. 18 goals, 32 points. and a real good season. He's a rough and tumble customer, and there his hands come to work, putting that puck between the pads of Logan Thompson.
Should be Severson on the primary assist at 12:23. Making the Caps lead tenuous at 1, with Columbus looking for more. Matejchuk fires, blocked down. Ilya Protas has it for Washington. He'll lift the puck back onto the Columbus side. Gabranson takes it, moving back through. Caps completing a line change just as they do. Crystal's off the bench. We get a whistle here and a stoppage in play, allowing us to step away for a moment.
The Tundra. Equipped for the day and the day off. Dare to venture farther in a Tundra. Buy yours now and save with low 1.75% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
So there's your granddad. All right. We need the wheel. Perfect. Very nice.
Beep, beep.
A PenFed auto loan isn't just a great rate. It's another chapter in your great adventure.
Thanks for letting me drive, Dad.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2025 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $4,350 total value on.
Fans, please do scan the QR code. Enter the So Kids Can sweepstakes. You can win 4 seats to the Cap season opener, rock the red carpet with Tom Wilson, and have drinks with Elliot Siegel pregame. Then you meet Pierre-Luc Dubois, Martin Farivari, and Tom Wilson after the game. Scan that QR code or visit SoKidsCan.org. Entering to win now. Proceeds benefit Go Play, DC's Youth Sports for All program. All the excitement of opening week on the horizon. Caps still with 2 more preseason games to come at Capital One. One of them involving their opening night opponent, the Bruins.
And a big kill here needed late stages of the third. Too many men on the ice.
Beautiful rotation play. Monahan foiled by Thompson. The Caps a man down. As Blocker mentioned, we were going to break. A too many men on the ice penalty.
And Monahan robbed again. That's the second time he's been robbed by Logan Thompson. He sneaks in and tries to put it between the pads. As far as points last year, Monahan more points per game than anybody in Columbus, 1.06. He played 54 games, recorded 57 points. Point blank, robbed by Logan.
Back in the day, 3 times a 30-goal scorer with the Calgary Flames was Monahan. Injury troubled later in his career. Fantilli wheels out of the corner. Blue Jackets looking for the tying strike. Fantilli fires, stopped by Thompson. Werenski off the head fakes, finds Kent Johnson. Serve it up top to Fantilli. He buzzed another one high off the glass. Monahan deals off of the boots of McMichael. Good job there to force Columbus away.
That would have been a layup if that puck gets through Connor McMichael on the far side. Wide open was Fantilli.
22-year-old Kent Johnson weaving his way through center. Elusively at the line there for Werenski. Monahan settles in. Werenski piloting this power play. Fantilli drifting. Front door look for Jenner, went right on by. Werenski. Johnson. Screen develops, he fanned on it. And it's cleared by Ilya Protas. 5:40 left in regulation. Washington by 1. Caps last goal, compliments of Tom Wilson. Severson glides through center. Keeps it himself, working against Chisholm. You see the fray in the corner. Circle it up for Sillinger, late in a Columbus power play. Voronkov didn't win that battle with McElrath. Dillon didn't get it out. Down low feed, 2-on-1 Coyle blocked away. Recovering, though, was McElrath at the right moment.
Yeah, the Caps have used their feet well here on this power play. 2 intercepts of passes that would have created a layup in front of the net. That one from McElrath. The puck hit the skate protector. It snapped off the skate protector on his skate, but he's able to make a good play.
Whoa, this one centered off a defender and wide. Washington on its heels for a moment. Strome, a lengthy feed for Tom Wilson, who's back into play. Strome and Wilson out there with Ethan Frank. Wilson, snapshot a dribbler, turned aside by Jet Greaves. Gucciardi, keep it on the dasher for Strome. Dillon protecting well against Severson. Caps going through their cycle. Gucciardi fires. Coyle was in the way through their cycle. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in this one. Coyle sends it on around. Strome occupying space in the defensive end. Funneled up top to Werenski. He'll skip to the middle. Fires. Didn't get it through. He got to that dangerous mid-ice, though, and that's where he generates so much.
He can skip to the middle with the best of them, though. The way he moves his feet laterally makes him just such an explosive defenseman, and that's why he puts up so many points year after year.
I watch him do it left-handed like that, and I instantly think of Quinn Hughes in Vancouver. Makar would be the right-handed equivalent.
He's a good comparable for sure.
3.5 left. Stacked up to the right of Thompson. The officials letting the boys play. Referees McPhee and Blandina. John Carlson hits the brakes. Eludes Lundestrom. Caps work smartly through center. On the go, LaPierre. Poke checked. One touch there from Werenski, thwarting that rush. LaPierre. Leave it down low for Crystal. Andrew Crystal shrugged away. Gabranson put the youngster down on the deck as Werenski works through center. McElrath lost it at the center stripe. Less than 3 minutes remaining in regulation time. We'll keep our eyes on Jet Greaves, see when Dean Evison will pull him for the extra attacker. Trenyev was posted up at center. Gabranson was with him hip to hip. Chisholm for Washington, 25-year-old rear guard. In his first season with the Caps, a former Minnesota Wild blue liner. Originally drafted by the Winnipeg Jets was Chisholm. Provorov angling in, longtime flyer. Turns a cage, wraps it to the front. Thompson was waiting at the paint.
I think Chisholm would have probably played under Dean Evison in Minnesota.
There you go. Connecting the dots. A little bit more than 2 minutes with which to work. Those assembled inside Nationwide tonight, putting their hands together for the home team. Along the dasher, launched out of there by Carlson as Werenski comes over to play. Heel rolled through center. Zach Werenski, neat send in. Monahan feeds it, snapshot on the way, gloved. Thompson with the right hand ready for Fantilli.
That's a great shot and a great save, even better. And it's Werenski who led the charges up the ice, and then that long-range shot right into the catching net. As you said, Joe, it just about looked like it was ready before the shot came. Perfect positioning again by Logan Thompson right into that catching net.
As the guys gather around their respective benches, Blocker, I'm sure you're pleased to know there will be no shootout practice tonight.
Yes. Mike Havlin, the veteran bench boss, going over the power play setup and the extra man with the goalie pulled to see if they can tie it up. The Caps going over defensive structure, I'm sure, and the type of things that are going to happen from Scotty Allen.
Folks, we hope that you'll join us for our next Caps telecast. It's Thursday when the Capitals take on the Boston Bruins. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern on Monumental Sports Network. The ice will be fully painted in the Capitals' home rink. We look forward to bringing you the action on Monumental Sports Network. You can stream the Caps on the go using the Monumental Sports app.
And let's hope that Sonny's ready to go. And he'll be ready to go the next couple of games for this Caps team.
Sonny Milano missing recently with an upper body injury that was not related to last year's issue. Tom Wilson preparing for defensive work. Jet Greaves is on the bench. 6 attackers on for Columbus. John Carlson peppers this around the wall and back out to center. Werenski for Johnson. He'll gun it in. McMichael reversing for Carlson. On the boards to Wilson. He's forced down the dasher. Jenner for Coyle. Coyle for Johnson. Bum rush by Wilson. John Carlson around the dasher, not out. Johnson chops this one down low. It bounces loose. McMichael on his backhand side floats it to center. Wilson sent it wide. Looking for the empty net in the final minute.
Why not go for it? Gordie Howe +1 would have been for Tom. Trying to hit that empty net. Another face-off down to the right of Logan Thompson. Here's a look at that opportunity. Just about in. Just getting it in the neutral zone and swiping it towards that net. Just about 2 feet wide of that short side post.
Capitals will meet the Blue Jackets 4 times in the regular season. The first one comes October 24 back in this building. Final minute of preseason game activity. Home ice activity for Columbus. They'll come to DC on the weekend. Johnson turns, look out. Referee took a tumble there. McPhee. Ball on the outside for Werenski. Leaving to Fantilli.
And Matt Roy, no stick to the forward, handed it to him, Connor McMichael.
30 seconds left in regulation. Werenski closing, wrister through the screen, stopped by Thompson. Somehow he found that one.
And Matt Roy playing with a left stick when he's a right shot, using Connor McMichael's.
He'll have a heck of a backhand.
Yeah, he will.
Closing in, Werenski's drive, glove save, rebound, over top of Thompson. He's got it beneath him.
That looked like that was going to pop up and over, as you mentioned, and it just stayed underneath his back. He just laid back down on it and able to keep it out of the net there. Little smile, I'm sure, talking to the boys in front of the net there. He's down on his back, but he makes a save. Here comes the shot. Big Coyle in front of the net. There's the catching glove, the bounce, and they can't jam it home past the goal line. And underneath them ends the puck, and the whistle comes. They missed the bat there. Batting it out of midair was Boone Jenner, but he couldn't get it over the goal line.
So often these two teams in the regular season play tight games. This is a 1-goal preseason game. These two squads actually end the regular season this year against each other. 5 seconds to go. Sillinger drives it in. Logan Thompson and the Capitals come to Columbus against the vast majority of the Blue Jackets' big club. The Caps are 4-0.
Yeah, and because of their offense, they're 4-0. That's 17 goals in the 4 games. And the guys in white will welcome in Boston Bruins come Thursday night.
We'll have that one for you. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing renovations that have been done inside of Capital One Arena. So, Caps fans, all smiles. Their boys get the win 4-3. For Locker, for Al, for all the men and women in our crew, Joe Bernardotti, thanks for your time. Washington's a winner.
Mainstream brands. And to celebrate, you can now get in one of these award-winning SUVs with 0% APR for 60 months. The all-new turbocharged Nissan Murano, the rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and the best-selling Nissan Rogue. Visit Nissan today and drive away in an award-winning SUV. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Washington Commanders.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek. This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication, Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 3.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade.
Businesses and communities come together on TikTok.
They don't show up like they do on TikTok.
And I had all these people rooting for me on TikTok.
Empowering over 7.5 million U.S. businesses.
There's no way I'd be able to support this building or any of my employees.
That went from maybe a few hundred of people seeing my product to millions.
They rely on TikTok to succeed.
I don't think I could have gotten this far if I didn't have that kind of community.
Small businesses thrive on TikTok.
Get ready for spooky fun with the fall getaway to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Enjoy fun by day with our family-friendly Halloween Spooktacular. Then feel the fright by night at Hallowscream, all included with admission. Save up to 45% on tickets. Hurry, offer ends soon.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2025 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $4,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Alexander Ovechkin.
The Capitals are champions.
This season, as Monumental Sports celebrates the 50th anniversary of NHL hockey in Washington, we're honoring the 50 greatest moments in Capitals history. And while the team's early years presented both our franchise and fans with no shortage of challenges, they became the crucible in which our proud organization was forged. Hi, I'm Alexa Landestoy, host of Capitals coverage on Monumental Sports Network. Join us as we pay tribute to those who laid the cornerstone for the Capitals' tremendous success with a salute to our franchise pioneers. It all began in 1974.
In the mid-70s, the Caps were a new team in the league.
The old NHL, when you got a franchise, the other teams didn't help you. They threw you an anchor and said, good luck, maybe in 5 years you'll be okay.
Well, you look back, guys that had come in, they were usually cast-offs from other teams.
The Capitals were getting the 18th best player on the team, so it was designed to be a poor team. It's unbelievable to think that we survived.